It's Diablo Club. Now I'm saying we got my boy MaxxGawd right here.
Yep.
What's up? Alright, so this is part 2. My bad. I'm kind of smacked. Kind of lazy. You know what I'm saying? So how you been? What have you done so far?
Just made a lot of progress in music.
Yeah.
A lot of it. I dropped one album since then. With AKA Carpenter, 7 Lanes.
Hey, shout out.
Yeah, shout out AKA Carpenter. But a lot of the progress that I've made has been under wraps for now because I haven't released it yet.
Yeah.
But I'm working on a totally new sound that I'm going to be dropping very soon, and I'm very excited for that.
Wait, so what kind of sound is it? If you have like any way to put it? Like,
yeah, so it's kind of like I would say. It's a mix of trap and metal, but in a different way than artists have done it so far. Like I took like these vaporwave trap beats from a producer from Italy, and then I layered on guitar playing, but it was like these riffs that basically I worked with Young Attila, Mish from the Venus de Melos to make. And he's like a phenomenal guitar player. He's been playing for like 10 years, and Young Attila. Yeah, so we basically so he put these riffs together, so then it has like this vibe of like trap beats. Yeah. But then it has the technical guitar playing of bands like Pierce the Veil, Sleeping with Sirens, the Mars Volta, and then I did a vocal style on it with Lo Uwu, who's a female singer that's on the album as well. So we're basically doing a vocal style that's a mix of trap, but then we're also bringing in that kind of like high-pitched epic vocals of like Pierce the Veil, the Mars Volta, Linkin Park.
So is it kind of like a band that you're making? Is it going like in that route, like with the music? Yeah,
it's almost there.
Yeah.
It's a little different, but I would say the metaphor I would use is it's kind of like maybe a modern day Linkin Park. Maybe a little presumptuous, but it's kind of like the way Linkin Park mixed rap and rock back then. Yeah. It's kind of like that approach to trap and emo rock that I'm doing here.
Rock? Yeah. That's pretty lit. That's really lit.
Yeah, thank you, man. Yeah.
And do you feel like you're almost there to breaking that?
It's 99.9% done.
Hey, that's lit.
I have everything recorded, everything is done. I'm just mixing it right now, mixing and mastering, and it's like the final versions of it.
Oh yeah, because you produce all your own songs and your own beats, right?
Yeah, a lot of my beats I don't produce. I work with producers, but I mix and master everything, record everything.
That's so lit though.
So I'm doing that right now, and I also have videos. I made an anime music video for every single song. Oh, so all the videos are done. So when it's out, it's gonna be like
every single song is gonna come out with a music video.
Exactly.
Hey, that's pretty lit.
And it's gonna be a story and a compilation, and a lot of the themes and the music and the videos are the same.
It's gonna be like one big story, like in your album. You see, that's a lot of things that albums are missing out on, where it's not like a story anymore, just random song. But it's lit that you're having like a story in the background for every single kind of like music video that all goes together into one album. That's lit, bro. That's lit.
Yeah, it's gonna be great. It's gonna be great. I'm so excited for people to see it.
Yeah.
Yo, hold up.
What do you do in your free time? With your inspirations, like just interesting random shit.
Yeah, because we did that in the first one, you're right.
Yeah.
I'll go back on that.
Yeah, I peeped that one.
Alright, so my bad. There was a low cut. Know what I'm saying? So I actually listened to the first interview, but not that many people know, right? What made you get into music? What motivated you?
Yeah, so I started music relatively late to most people. I started when I was 16.
Oh yeah.
And the first thing I was doing is I had a piano at home, so I would just tinker with the notes and I would just write stuff based on that. And
so
then
you would fuck around and then
it was just like hearing these two notes sound good.
Yeah.
And then it got more advanced where I started learning melodies to my favorite songs. So back then it was like a lot of like Korn, Deftones, Linkin Park songs. Like I would just learn like the melodies, like In the End or whatever, things like that. Yeah. Then a lot of my friends in high school were doing bands, so I played bass for a little.
Oh, where? So you used to play?
Yeah, just love so bad. And then I was actually.
Were you taught yourself how to play bass, or?
Well, it was just I wasn't good, but it was just like the root notes, like 3, 5, 7, whatever, it was like shit like that. But yeah, that was trash. But aside from that, I was, and then the next thing I was doing is I was actually doing like metal vocals, like screaming vocals, and I was doing like Lamb of God covers.
Oh shit! That's crazy.
Yeah, and that was the first thing I was doing before I was like rapping or singing. I was doing that.
Were you playing shows back then still?
We had like a few like high school shows or like bar shows and things like that, where we did stuff like metal covers, and then eventually I started getting into making compositions on Guitar Pro. I don't know if a lot of people know that program, but it's an old program where you would tab out songs. So if you want to learn the tabs for like a song,
just find it, right?
Yeah, it's like a program where you download it. It has the tabs for guitar, bass, drums, everything.
Yeah, that's lit.
So instead of using the program to learn tabs for songs, I would make my own songs in the program because it plays back.
That's smart.
Yeah,
that's smart.
And I used to make like 15-minute compositions with like 20 instruments and shit.
Damn.
A lot of those I still have the old files.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, and I use some of them for songs.
Yeah, I was gonna ask you that. That's lit.
So some of those I've used elements of it for songs, and some of my favorite riffs that I wrote, I still remember them.
Oh, sure.
But then after that, and it's a very long story. After that, I when I was in college, I got into rap, and it was more of a thing where like I was listening to a lot of rap.
Wait, who?
Yeah,
who got you into rap?
I was that time I was like really into Drake, Drake, and like I was into like a rap and R&B, listening like Drake, The Weeknd, like Chris Brown, like artists like that.
Wait, so what kind of year? Like
this is like
year?
Probably like when. Jesus, I don't remember. Probably like 2010.
Oh, 2010. Oh, so it's been a minute.
Yeah, around that. So yeah, I was into like all that kind of stuff, and then I was just like hanging out with people, and I would like freestyle randomly, and everyone was saying, "Oh wow, bro, you're good. You should like
get into it."
Get into it. So then I started making songs, and I performed at my college talent show, and the first song I performed is actually a song that is on my Spotify. It's called Chill Hard. And the song I released it back then in 2014, and I performed it, and apparently Charlemagne the God was in attendance at the talent show. Yeah, that's crazy. And when I performed it, when I performed it, I was actually on shrooms and drank like half a bottle of whiskey. Like I was like completely out of my mind.
That's lit though.
And but I performed it, and I was like mad lit. Like I just didn't give a fuck because I was so fucked up. And in comparison, a lot of the other people in the talent show, they were very good, but they kind of did like a talent show as a performance. You know, it's like, here's my talent, I'm gonna sing or dance, and they did everything kind of like very well. But I was
you
just
brought the energy.
lit.
You brought the energy.
Literally
Like, I fuck everything.
Right? So the judges hated me, and they're like, bro, like I don't know how I feel about this. But the people loved me because they were like shouting my name, and then at the end when they were giving out the awards, they were like, all right, so first, second, third, and we were just Max, and they were shouting it, but like they didn't give it to me. But that was kind of a moment that sort of inspired me to keep it going because I saw that people like that, and then I just
like the energy that you brought out compared to everybody else. Everybody else was like that,
Yeah, like they weren't really trying to do that. They were just trying to like show their talent. It was a talent show, but I was just like this is very fun. I like doing this, and then
you want to show us.
So did you start doing it more?
Yeah, and it actually started a cycle where I would just pretty much perform on shrooms all the time, and I would just
Wait, how many shows have you done on shrooms?
A lot more than I can count.
Damn, that's lit. Wait, so how is it though?
The reason why I like doing it is because I would get really comfortable. Which I know for some people may seem paradoxical because sometimes you can be uncomfortable on it, which I've been. But I would get really comfortable and feel really like natural, and I would be able to kind of feel the energy and the vibe. Like I would just let go and not feel nervous. I would just kind of go with it.
That's amazing.
Yeah, that sounds lit.
I don't do that anymore because I feel like when I am fucked up like that, I'm less able to control myself and like execute technical things. Because back then, it was like I wasn't really focusing on that. Like I was just all about the energy, all about jumping, all about yelling, kind of
going in.
And now I'm trying to be a bit more restrained. So so I don't really do that anymore. But back then it was fun. I did it all the time.
So we still do it like at a show or something?
If you
want to.
There's no reason.
Trip during the show.
Like I want to know.
During the performance.
Like I really want to know.
Yeah. So I've had a period of my time in college. I did shrooms so often that it's like comparable to how people smoke weed.
Yeah.
Like, just like every day type shit. Like there was a period in time where I would do it every day, but I would specifically mostly microdose usually. And when you do it so often, you really get used to it. But the aspect of it is I wasn't really seeing visuals that much. Like in the initial onset, I would kind of see the waves, but I wouldn't like see like crazy shit. And I was completely able to pretend to be normal if I had to. So like, you know, my mom called me, I could talk to her.
Yeah, you could zone back into being
exactly.
normal.
Yeah, so it's like so it's like I had the like microdosing. That's why I liked it. It's like the best of both worlds. You feel high, but then you also are able to like you don't lose function, you know.
Yeah.
So
you still aware of stuff.
Exactly. And when performing, what I liked about it is I feel like when you take psychedelics, there's like a wave and like a natural vibe, and you can just catch it and go with it, and it's sort of like you let go of yourself and you just go with the wave and you know just do whatever it does, whatever it tells you to do. But with performing in music, I found that really simple. Because you know, when you're in other situations, you may not want to go with the wave because it might lead you in a place you don't want to. But if a song's coming on, you're just gonna fucking perform the song. That's very simple, and that's why I really liked it. And I had some really interesting experiences with shrooms before.
Oh yeah.
Like when I first started taking them, and I would get really high. Me and my friends, we would jam a lot. Like in our mom's basement, we would just jam and play like instruments and stuff, and I'll play piano. And I would solo on the piano, but I wasn't thinking about it, but I would not play a wrong note. Like everything would sound correct and perfectly in time. And you know, like now it's like I can solo pretty well because I have the music theory for it. But back then, like now if I have to do anything about it, I have to be like, okay, what key am I in F minor right now? You know, back then when I was on shrooms, it just wouldn't matter. Like I would just press it, and for some reason it would just always be right. And yeah, it was just weird, but I enjoyed that aspect, and I like felt like that there was that wave of like if I just let go and like let myself go to it, I can just do shit for it. So
wait, so which is your best experience on shrooms? What do you say? Like the best one you had?
Probably some of the concerts and parties I had in 2016, which is the height of when
2016.
Yeah,
oh,
2016. That was back then. I lived in the Lower East Side, and I lived with four of my friends. Still live with them now, but we don't live there anymore. Yeah. And we would just have parties every weekend.
Nice.
Like we had a big 5-bedroom crib, and everyone would just come through. And we had mad crazy parties.
So that's
strangers. Like New Year's Eve was like 60 people.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, and it was intense. But I was.
Oh yeah, because last time you said that your whole friends like y'all rent out like a building, was it, or what was it? Like,
no, we just have big apartments, like a 5-bedroom apartment.
Like a 5-bedroom,
so,
right? And y'all split it together, right?
Yeah.
And y'all all been living together for like the longest. You see, that's
3 years. For 3 years,
lit.
yeah.
You see, that's lit. We gotta do that because.
Yeah, that's the way to live. You just walk outside your room and your best friends are there.
Right there, yeah, it's chilling. You know what I'm saying? Drink some Mario Kart. That's Mario Kart.
Literally what it is.
That's what I'm telling you, getting high all the time. Microdosing. That shit sound lit, bro.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, so do your friends make music too? Like,
y'all of friends. We all make music
together.
Yeah.
Have you made music with them?
Yeah, we've made music together. Like a lot of the bands we were in high school was together, and then
so it goes back even back then. Y'all still together?
Yeah.
Damn, that's crazy. That's real shit.
Yeah, and now we're kind of all solo artists, but we still collab a lot and do projects together.
Oh yeah.
So like Young Attila, who is the guy who recorded the guitar for my upcoming album. I've known him since like 5th grade.
Oh shit, damn.
Yeah, it's been cool to watch him,
Yeah.
Basically learn all these skills and become like great at everything. So
yeah, that's cool. It's good. Just having that group of friends that help each other out every single time when they need it, especially in the music scene.
Yeah,
they really don't have that. Wait, so for people that really don't know, how old are you?
28.
You 28?
Yeah.
You really don't look 28. That's crazy.
I try.
That's crazy. That's lit though. You gotta stay young. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
He's the OG. Please.
Yeah.
He's before Pete up. You know
That's
what I'm saying?
Yeah. My son the OG, Lil Pete right here. Not because my son been going for the longest. He produces his own music. He has that sound before even like Lil Pete had it. But, yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a little different, the kind of stuff that we do. And, for me, I always wanted to do a mix of, like, rap and rock for a very long time. And I did it in different ways. When I first started doing music, I would do some songs where it was like all rap, and then some songs was like all singing, and some songs where I would do like the sing rap.
It was like separated, right?
Yeah. So it was a bit separate, and I do owe a part of it to artists like Lil Peep because they kind of created like a very consistent thing, and then it just kind of kept going. But I had songs from like back in 2015 where I would do that sort of
like
sound.
yeah.
Like the emo like trap sound.
It's packed the bone.
Do you still play those old songs at shows, at concerts? You still them out to it?
Sometimes, but not really. These days when I do shows, I always put like the show because that's just
you
what I
gotta
enjoy the
show them,
most. That's just what I like do the most fun.
Wait, so when you go to make music, like in your bedroom or in your room, how do you start? Like, how do you start making music? Like, what's your go-to?
Yeah, it's always different, but the most consistent approach is I'll usually have like a beat or an instrumental or something like that,
Yeah.
and then I'll have an emotional idea that'll be like an abstract feeling or thought that's usually inspired by something, either like an experience I've had or like something I've seen in some anime because I inspired a lot of music, and then most of my stuff, like 90% of my stuff is freestyle, but I don't freestyle the entire song. I freestyle line by line, so I like press record and I'm like, what do I feel right now, and then I sing it, and then I pause and I'm like, alright, do I like that, do I want to do it again, do I want to
Wait, so what kind of anime brings you to like make music? Like, it's like when you see it, like
like all the powerful like intense moments in anime really brings me to see it. Like I don't know, do you watch do you see Attack on Titan?
I seen it, I seen the first season. That's just popping.
Yeah, so like Attack on Titan, like that
shit
anime
goes crazy.
Yeah,
it goes crazy.
Yeah,
it
it's
goes
just
crazy.
filled with so many ideas that could inspire you, because there's the idea of like, all right, you're living your whole life where you're like in these walls, and that's like something so relatable that you can get so many feelings from. And then there's like the Titans, and you're massive and you're like killing everyone, and that's also like it's almost like a nightmare in real life.
Yeah.
So there's so many different feelings that you can gather from, and I think a lot of it's really relatable.
And like a lot of ideas, right? That's where your mindset goes when you like watching anime. Like it brings you like those ideas to make music. That's lit.
And then the characters too really inspire me, because like the characters have different attitudes. Because like the main character, like Eren, he has that whole thing where like he's like, I don't care, I'm gonna push no matter what.
I like how almost every single anime character has its own personality.
Yeah.
Like you can never find one of the same. They always have different personalities.
Yeah, like they have like types.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the personalities that I'm really into. And then my favorite kind of characters, like the really cold, badass characters, like Vegeta.
Oh, Vegeta, yeah,
like
Vegeta.
Levi, like those people who are just kind of like always like don't care about anything. They don't care about anything, but then they're like good at everything. Sort of. That's kind of the people that I like the most.
So who would you say is like your favorite, or like the most anime character that you could relate to the most, personality-wise?
Yeah, so for me, it would definitely be Yagami Light from Death Note.
Oh, definitely.
I saw Death Note when I was in high school, and it like changed my life. The metaphor I would say is it got me thinking like a strategist. Because I like the way that he's detached from everything. Like he didn't care about anything except the world in his head, and he planned everything out 10 steps before. So like when he was in the world, like nothing he encountered would ever, phase him, or he would ever get emotionally affected by it. He was just like, oh, this is a thing. And then when he needs to like come up with a plan, he'll like be like, all right, what's the strategy now? Figure everything out. And then
like every single little step he wants to take account for.
Yeah, and I really like that. It's not that I necessarily live my life that way, because I get emotionally thrown off balance a lot. But I like that way of living, because I think ultimately what it comes down to is it comes down to discipline. Yeah. That's kind of the moral that I take away from it, because I think a lot of people see it and they're like, oh, Yagami Light, like he's evil, he's a cold, calculating, but like for me,
you see it from each person's point of view, right?
I see it from like the way that he has the discipline to be detached and then formulate a plan and follow through. And as I've been getting older, I've been doing that more, and I feel like I'm happier with my life when I can like detach from things and follow through with the plan.
Yeah. So, quick question: when you're recording, which space do you prefer better, being in your room or being like in the studio? Like,
I've never recorded in the studio. Recorded in my room.
Always in your room. Yo, that's crazy. That's lit.
Literally.
So you never stepped.
But
you never stepped foot like in the studio to record.
I think the first time was like when I did Stay.
Oh, it was like coming soon. Stay now.
Yeah, Stay coming soon.
So what you said about Stay?
Triple E.
That was the first time. Where he
where I recorded in the studio. I always record everything in my room.
What? So that was the first time that you what?
I recorded in a studio.
In the studio.
Oh yeah, in our studio.
Yeah, or any studio.
Yeah. In any studio. Yeah.
I never recorded in the studio. I've always recorded in my room.
Since when?
Since like 2014.
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying about
Yo, can you talk about Amy?
Oh,
Yeah, man, yeah.
Come on, the world needs to know.
Nah, yeah, Amy Put Your Phone Away, that's a song I have
Put your phone away.
on Spotify. You know,
Amy, put your phone away. I'm sorry.
yeah, it's my most popular song on Spotify,
Yeah.
and you know, I think it's a pretty good song. But the funny thing about it is that I recorded that song and released it in 2015,
Yeah.
and back then no one cared about it at all. And I would say that song was sort of ahead of its time because it was a very like emo trap song. Like, that's how literally the only way you could define it.
It's a good song though.
Oh, thank
It's
you.
a good
Yeah, like, it
song.
has like a very like emo trap where it's like, Amy, put your phone away. You know, like, it's that. But then and it has like the trap beat and like verse and stuff. But then when I released like an album with the song on it,
Yeah. It got more
and
attention.
yesterday,
Right?
I mean last year, and then last year I released it, and then it suddenly like got mad, like plays, and like everyone started fucking with it. Yeah, and I'm like, oh, I get why, because now that genre is like popular, so everyone hears the song and they're like, fuck with it.
Yeah, it definitely was ahead of its time, and it just needed to wait for the right wave. to
Yeah.
hit. No, but that's a good song.
MaxxGawd
Max
is
God.
MaxxGawd for a reason.
That's my boy Max
Hell yeah.
God.
Fucking MaxxGawd.
Yeah.
Y'all know about him. Y'all gotta know about him.
The OG,
The
yeah.
He's God. He's better than Zeus.
Oh shit. También if you want to.
So it's just type of, you know.
Word.
He saw that, he just like,
Yeah, it's like yeah.
I ain't even worth the topic, you know.
He know he's the
Where
best.
you should have brought one of your swords to this podcast.
Oh yeah.
You really should.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yo, bro, for the show, you need to like whip it out.
Are you sure?
No,
Yeah.
you can. I don't think you can bring up.
Yeah, you
bars,
alright,
bro.
nigga. You be alright, everybody.
Depends on the venue, yeah.
Nah, but do it
that's
tomorrow, bro. Be badass.
Yeah.
Yo, tell them about the show tomorrow.
Oh,
Oh
yeah,
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 word.
sure,
No,
yeah.
I got a show tomorrow. It's gonna be cool because I'm performing my bros from the favela. It's me, Young Attila, Chibdasio, Shishri.
Shout out.
Yeah, shout out
Big
all
shout
them.
outs.
You know, we all have been doing music together for a while, and
Yeah.
it's gonna be sick because I don't think we did a show together, the four of us, for like a while. It's been like a year probably.
Oh, for real. So,
Yeah.
so this is gonna be the first time we got. Well, in a minute. Yeah, that's lit. Yo, Triple Z, we going. Right?
Everybody pull the fuck up.
Oh yeah.
Yeah,
Everybody pull up.
pull up. Yeah.
I'm going for my son. Going for my son because I know his songs.
It's
That's
gonna be
all.
fun.
But I'm gonna go there early. We're going there early, Triple Z.
Oh,
Don't
yeah.
fall asleep on me, boy.
Sure, was you want to join in on the podcast? Ask him a question.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I have
oh,
one question.
Oh yeah, because y'all both have a
Go sit
song
down.
together.
Make an appearance.
Yeah, y'all both have a song
Yeah.
together. Come through, Triple Z.
Make space for him. Make space for him. Let him go like come with
Introduce
the
yourself,
padre right in the middle. Like I'm gonna teach you a lesson.
Yeah.
I'm talking to my kids right now, right in the middle.
Yeah,
Ah,
let's go.
let's move over a little bit because
Alright, guys,
some
Triple
of
E,
we all
what's
sing
up, bro?
together. Hey,
Alright, so
hey,
Come with the padre.
La familia, know what I'm saying?
I have one question.
Oh, shit.
So these two albums that you released back in 2018, are they
Yeah.
related in some way? I feel like
Can you
one
ask it
is
one
like
more time?
daylight and one is like not like in a night.
Yeah.
Can you say it one more time?
But a little louder, know what I'm saying?
Oh, sorry.
I looked at you like, what?
My fault.
What you
Cause I
said?
was talking over you.
Yeah.
In a recording booth, like
Yeah.
what kind of mindset you go with?
The number one thing that I prioritize when I record is to make my lyrics and the emotion that I have behind them as like true to me as possible. So that's what I do, and because I make everything in the moment, I feel like if I just make lyrics that really reflect how I feel, the emotion will be there, because I'm not like, you know, writing it now and then recording it a week later. I'm just recording it the minute I came up with it. And then in terms of like
See, that's what
how,
good to record in your own room. Know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
and then like how I'm gonna sing it or how I'm gonna deliver it or like all that stuff, I tend to think of, I tend to usually just feel that naturally. Like I'll hear a song, I'll hear a beat, and I'll just be like, okay, this sort of melody, melody, and then I'm
Just
just
to
like,
think of one in the spot.
I just hear that, and then I'm like, okay, and then I just think of the words that really like reflect what I want to say, and that's kind of what I prioritize.
Yeah, that's
when I
lit.
record, yeah.
That's lit, bro. You're a hit, know what I'm saying? I'll take a hit.
Stay tuned. We have a song coming out next week Friday.
Stay.
Called
Skirt.
Featuring myself, MaxxGawd,
Wait, it's
and
Friday?
Marcus.
I'm gonna jump in the end. I'm gonna jump in
Wait,
the
what's
end.
sunset this
Wait,
Friday?
this Friday?
What's sunset this
It's
Friday?
coming out Friday.
Yeah. Yo, I forget that.
That's Friday.
Get ready.
Oh, there's no one.
No, there's more.
So, if you could choose, what would you say is your most emotional lyric out of your songs?
I know this one. I gotta think. There's a few candidates. There's a couple.
That one song has a lot, but good ones.
Yeah, it's. I'll have to think about it. There's
That's a lot of
definitely-
lyrics. That's
There's
a lot of
definitely
lyrics.
shit. What is it? All right. Well, there's this new song that I'm going to be releasing on my new album, and it's called Coercion. And I think the subject matter is like incredibly serious, but it doesn't come off that way initially because I don't like say it up front. But the idea of the song is it's about like real life, but how real life like differs from fantasies or idealism. And what the verse, so the verse is like it's like imagination, it comes with a price, create a world and bring it to life. Suddenly sugar just doesn't taste right. Suddenly monsters surround you at night. Suddenly feelings don't matter. Pleasure, distraction, a waste of time. Suddenly smiles are a tool for coercion. You cannot trust a single person.
Hey,
and what that is about is it's about how like we come and we're like, yo, we want to do music and art, right? So it's like, you know, it's like creativity, right? But then it's like imagination comes with a price. And it's like create a world and bring it to life. But then it's like suddenly like feelings and pleasure are no longer there. Like sugar doesn't taste right. You know, it's like everything, like you're self-conscious about everything. Like suddenly, you know, like monsters surround you at night. It's like suddenly you don't, like, you know, like you don't really know.
You start
like,
losing yourself kind of.
Yeah, you start losing yourself. It's like suddenly smiles are a tool for coercion. Like you don't know who you can trust. And it's like, it kind of is like how, but it goes like in the twisted kind of way where people. It's like how real life is at the end of the day, because it's like we have our imagination, we want to like do something, but when you even outside of creativity, it's like when you want to do something, when you want to go into the real world, you want things to be nice, but it's like not really nice in the real world. Like it's not nice. It doesn't like sure it's not good. So like completely just be in isolation. I mean, you a lot of people make great music like that, but it's also good to like work with others and collaborate. But then it's also like if you're just out there kind of just saying yes to everything. I guess it depends on like on where you at the moment. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's a balance, you know. I think I've been on both sides of the extreme end, so it's like finding that right balance. You know? Wait, so nobody in like that you make music with or like your friends have like went against you like in any way? You know, nobody went against me specifically. I'm pretty like. I'm a pretty like conflict averse person. Yeah. But that's also because I don't feel like I'm really dependent on people, you know? Yeah. So it's like it's easy for me to avoid conflicts with someone because I don't have any dependencies. Like I don't care if someone gets into a conflict with me because I don't need anything from that person. Yeah. You know? Yeah, so you just don't let it face you. Yeah, I don't let things face me. But like, you know, I mean, I've worked with people and like, you know, it just, you know, sometimes like things just kind of like fall through. Yeah. And you know, like people that I know have had like conflicts with people after like working with them, and it's kind of. Do they bring you into those situations sometimes? Like sometimes I would get dragged into it, but I tend to stay out of it. Like I prefer staying out of it. Like these days I'm very just like I just like, stay away from it, stay away from all that. Yeah. Because I think at the end of the day it's kind of like. Really, it's pointless. It's very pointless and it's very dumb kind of, because when you think about where this all began, it's kind of like this is some dumb shit, you know. Yeah. But collaborate with the most, like shit. Who do I like collaborating with the most? Well, I really enjoyed working with AKA Carpenter. Shout out AKA Carpenter, who I did my latest album 7 Wins with. The reason why is because. First of all, I liked everything he came up with. Like and he works very fast. Like so, he would come, and we would have these songs and these beats, and he would make these lyrics, and I would just think these lyrics are incredible. Like I was just like, they're fucking amazing. Like, this one song, Shutting Down. He's like, one of the lyrics he has like, fold into a form to block the hail. Said I needed fixing, so she handed me a nail. I could float forever if I never try to sail. You know what I mean? It's like all those lines. Like every lyric he has is like that level of. Simultaneously poetic, but like really real and relatable. And I was just like, when I worked with him, he would make that so fast and just record it so fast, and I always felt like I had to push myself, and I was like, damn, like I cannot fuck around. Wait, so he made you better, right? And he made me better. He made me better, and he would also give me like feedback too. Like he would be like, yo, bro, like I like this, but I feel like this could be better, and I really enjoyed working with him for that reason. And he really pushed me to, I think, take my game to the next level. Because I think after working with him, like when I was working with him, I'm like, I can't have any like half-assed like anything on this album because he's so fucking tight. Yeah. Wait, so when you make songs with like other artists, well, they gotta take shrooms. Like what you gotta do I used to do that a lot,
Yeah.
and these days a lot of people do. I usually like to be sober these days when I make music now, just because I like to.
You're more aware of like.
Yeah, and you know what else it is too is sometimes when you get really fucked up and you make songs,
Yeah.
you can be in like you can make the kind of song or like the kind of thing where you don't feel it the next day, like when you sober up.
Yeah.
That's kind of the experience I've had where it's like, and I guess the common story people have is like, you know, like the joke that people have is like you're really high and you make some shit and you go, this shit's banging, and then the next day you're just like,
what
no,
the
it's
fuck?
just not good, you know what I mean? So like I've had experiences like that where it's just like you get like the confirmation bias when you're high. So I prefer to be sober because I feel like when I make shit sober now,
really
like
pay
the
attention
next day
to
when I wake
everything,
up, I
you
still
still like it.
You know?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really the main thing.
Wait, so you fuck with a lot of jewelry?
Yeah, man.
You like
yeah,
wearing those?
yeah, I love jewelry.
I can see that.
It's crazy.
Can you see that? Is that like
Bro, this
psychedelic?
is anime shit right here. You see
Oh,
this?
some anime
This
shit?
is Yagami Light right here.
Oh, shit lit, bro. Damn. Wait, so where you be buying
That's
this
right.
shit, bro?
Bro, you know what? I go to a lot of anime cons and anime
Oh, right.
events, and that's where they sell all this shit. Like,
Oh, bro, so
Yeah.
all of this like anime stuff that they
Yeah.
be buying?
yeah.
Damn.
When I
I wanna go to one,
yeah.
nigga, we out.
That was all nice.
Yeah,
We'll go together.
Anime
Have to.
NYC. I'm going to anime Boston.
Comic-Con.
Anime
Oh, where?
Boston.
What's
That's
that?
that's like the third week of April. It's
Oh.
an anime con in Boston.
Yo, everyone,
Yeah.
keep a lookout.
You guys,
Keep a lookout.
if you guys go
wait,
there, you gotta
wait,
go.
so do you promote your music like over there too? Or
Sometimes, but the cool thing about the anime thing though is because it's like when you're an artist and you go to like all these shows and everyone's an artist, everyone's an artist, it's hard to stand out. But when you're in an anime thing and you're like, yo, by the way, I
love it.
do music and shit, people are like, well, that's crazy. And then you hear music, damn, that's
Yeah,
crazy. So
exactly,
I
yeah.
kind of enjoy that sort of, you know, like, you can
Reaction,
stand out there. Yeah, you can
yeah.
stand out there. Yeah.
Nah,
It's low key like a vacation.
yeah.
Oh,
I feel
it totally is. It's, yeah,
Yeah.
it's very. It's
But I
very
feel like
cool.
you should definitely promote to like
Yeah.
people that watch anime and stuff because that's kind of your music, like in
Yeah.
a way. Even though it's not,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, I would say online, most of my like fans on my social media stuff are from that because I think most of my fans come from the anime music videos and the anime
Yeah.
content that I've
Yeah.
done. And I
Yeah.
performed at some anime events and like
Oh,
cosplay
for
and
real?
shit like that. Yeah,
That's lit.
yeah. So
And what's the reaction that you normally get?
I
when
think
you play?
a lot of people told me they really like it, and I
Yeah.
think the anime stuff, it's very like anime and anime music videos. Like the two artists that have the most anime music videos made for them are Linkin Park and XXX.
Yes.
Oh yeah,
Right?
Yeah.
Like the AMVs, those are the
Yeah,
two artists that are the
yeah.
most. And I'd say my music is somewhat similar to them.
Yeah. You've always had that sound.
Yeah,
That's why.
exactly.
That's what I'm saying. OG, my son, the OG.
So it's like so that's why I think that it fits really well.
Yeah. My bad. I mean to cut you off like that.
No, talk about like your, like how you have these anime videos, like songs
Yeah.
that have like all these like views and stuff, like the covers, like, I know they have.
actually.
Like,
Yeah, explain us.
like that, it's
your-
crazy how you know, I'm assuming you have that, like those
Yeah.
sort of videos that go viral, like I don't know, right? I don't see no.
Yeah, I wouldn't say my shit goes viral because it's not.
It's getting there though, bro. It's
I
getting there.
haven't-
I like the humble.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I haven't really had anything that has like a lot
Because
of.
you really haven't, because you haven't released any. Like,
No, I mean I've released like a fair amount of stuff, but the anime stuff definitely gets more views than like stuff that isn't anime related. But the anime stuff, a lot of it is me either making anime music videos or like incorporating anime elements into my songs. So like I did the song Dante's, and Brienne did the video for Dante's, and in there doing like a shout out Brienne, shout out Otis Productions. But
Otis.
in there I'm doing like essentially like a cosplay and a sort of thing that's related to fate. And the thing is, people who watch that video and don't know it won't intuitively see it. But the effect that I'm going for is that people who don't know it will still be like,
Enjoy
oh, fuck with
it,
the song,
yeah,
right?
they'll
But then
enjoy
people
it.
who know will be like, yo, that's crazy. You did like a fucking Dante's thing.
Yeah, because they'll get it. They'll be like, oh, wow, that's crazy.
Yeah.
That's good though. That's good that you have that mindset where you know how to draw music videos and stuff like that.
Yeah.
That's fucking smart, like you.
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to do.
So with upcoming songs, or like upcoming shows, are you gonna keep doing more shows after tomorrow's show? Do you just play with certain like artists or just play with anybody? Like what's
Yeah, most of the shows that I've done, I've mostly done with like rappers, like I've mostly played on like bills with rappers, which is cool because I think my music is the kind of music where it's like in that context, it's relevant, but then it stands out.
Yeah.
So I kind of like standing out.
Yeah, because you have
so,
your own sound that nobody really has.
Yeah. So and too, like a lot of my music, it's like. It's pretty intense live because of the way that I do the vocals. So it's like I can do like a high energy set, but it's mostly singing, but it's still like high energy, and that's what I think fits very well. Yeah.
That's good though. That's lit. Do you have any more like music videos coming out pretty soon? Like,
Or any music projects
yeah.
anytime soon?
Yeah.
Or like any more collabs that you're gonna do?
Yeah. So I mean, my next album, like I said, is gonna be my biggest project's coming out very very soon.
How soon? A
Few weeks.
A few weeks.
That's gonna be 7 songs. It's gonna have that song Coercion, which I mentioned the lyrics from. And yeah, that's gonna be a collab with me and Lil Uwu. So it's gonna be a really cool, really cool project that's gonna change the game. Totally different sound. And then I have a music video coming out for a song I have, Stolen Art, with aka Carpenter, and it's being done by Brianne. Of course, shout out all the yeah, that's what I got on the horizon.
Oh, nice. That's lit.
Yeah, and then of course, I got Stay coming with Triple E and Christino. We got a video for that, so that's gonna be amazing too. That's the next level collab.
Where do you see yourself 5 years from now?
Oh yeah, that's
yeah. So 5 years from now, so I'm actually really interested in a lot of things besides music that are relevant to music. So I really like anime and playing video games a lot. So what my ideal life would be is that I would be like a musician who can have a career and make all his money off music, and then I don't need to worry about that. And then I would probably spend a lot of time playing video games, like maybe streaming or playing competitively, because I really enjoy that. And then I would probably I want to make my own anime. I have a story for it that I've been writing for years.
Oh, for real?
Yeah, it's like a whole story with like mad characters, hundreds of characters. It's like an epic ass type story. Yeah. I have like a whole story. So I want to do that at some point. I'm also pretty into martial arts. Like I've been. Like for the last year, I've kind of been training more intensely, but I want to do.
Were you trying to fight?
Yeah.
Let's go.
No, yeah. I want to do competitive fights.
Be fine.
Word, don't fuck with MaxxGawd. He's gonna fuck you up.
Muay Thai and MMA. That's what I want to do. I want.
What he's saying, he wants to kick your ass.
Wants to square up.
You need to do that in a music video one day, like all your moves.
Word. You gotta hire actors that want to get hit.
Yeah,
Wait, Sean, pay me though, I'm saying.
I really like swords too. If you see my videos.
Oh,
so
yeah.
I took a few.
Yeah, talk about that, bro.
Nigga will cut you.
You must have mad swords.
No, yeah, I took a few sword fighting classes, but I really like sword fighting too. The competitive sport is actually really fun. Compared to a lot of other sports, it's actually really safe because you have a ton of gear and the swords are light as fuck. So like in MMA or some shit, like you'll get your fucking face beat in. And like sword fighting, it's like a light ass sword that weighs 2 pounds and you have gear and someone taps you and you're out kind of. But it's really fast and cool. And
you gotta be quick, right?
Yeah. So that's very fun.
Reflexes.
So yeah, so I like learning all that shit, like all the.
Wait, so what else do you know how to do?
But now can you swing those heavy ass swords like that?
Heavy ass swords. I don't know if that's super practical.
The ones you have that you're trying to.
What's that says now?
So I'll tell you right now. So me and my friends, we do this thing called the Holy Grail War, which is kind of like a LARPing thing where
It sounds like y'all trying to kill each other.
Right?
So yeah.
Illuminati.
So we have a bunch of foam weapons, and they're everything from swords to bows to lances and axes and shit. And they're full contact intended, so you can smack someone over the head and they won't die. But we go outside and we have free for all battles with these.
So you're talking about IRL, nigga?
Yeah. No, but this is the thing about this is that we found that the weapons that are the most OP is range. Range is the most. Because I have an 8-foot polearm.
Oh shit!
Yeah, and it's really heavy and it's hard to swing. Yeah.
Oh, I can't with y'all.
See,
Shots.
Shot. Hey!
Shots to MaxxGawd. Now same. Shots to MaxxGawd.
See, I have an 8-foot polearm, and the 8-foot polearm is unbeatable. You really can't do anything against someone that has an 8-foot polearm.
That's crazy.
It's just it's really slow, so you can team up on them, but it's really hard to beat. But the most unbeatable thing actually is the bow.
Please
my
shoot
friend,
people, right?
yeah, my friend, he's really good.
Archery.
You have to be good with the bow, but if you're good with it, you can kill anyone because it's the longest range. So like range is king, you know. That's what I've learned.
So y'all be doing this like
Outside.
weekly?
IRL though.
We haven't done it in a while. We do it like
Well, I'm about to do
seasonally.
this soon,
So what kind
nigga.
of bows do you guys are shooting with?
We just got like normal ass bows. Like I mean, they don't have sharp arrows. They got like sorry, like
That's how I feel.
No, we should go to Randall's Island and do this.
yeah. No,
Alright,
true.
baby, out.
Have you guys ever heard of archery tag?
Yes.
Yes.
No.
They do it in Queens.
No.
Archery tag, it's like laser tag, but instead of laser guns, you use bows. So they give everyone
Fire.
bows, and there's arrows everywhere, and you just grab arrows off the floor and you just shoot each other.
I heard there's one right by here. Actually.
Yeah, oh yeah, it's like within walking distance of here.
Yeah.
Oh, that's lit.
Yeah, you
We
guys should do it.
We
It's
should
mad
do it.
Come
fun.
through, bro.
People that are
Diablo
good,
gang out.
I wanna go if you go.
Smoke all your niggas.
bro, people that are good
Yeah,
can
come
grab
on,
arrows, and then fire them.
That's gonna be me. You gonna be like, ah.
You can
Nah, I
You
ain't
yeah.
got no
I ain't
aim.
gonna do
You
that.
got no aim.
Yeah, you
Or-
gonna see me. I'm gonna wear my glasses. He thought
We
that.
should have
So how would you explain your overall aesthetic or your design aesthetic?
Yeah, it's really anime inspired, and it's I would say, I just like really cool looking stuff like vaporwave, anime, Japanese influence stuff,
It's a bar.
all that kind of stuff, like a mix of anime and streetwear and yeah, all that like internet style vaporwave aesthetic.
Do you have like a specific Japanese street style that's your favorite?
I don't know them that well, but I really like the Lolita style, but like the gothic Lolita style.
I fucks with that too.
Really into that, yeah.
Wait, so yourself going on tour, or will you ever like go on tour?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely go on tour. I'd love to go on tour. Like I have a lot of people that I know on the internet who
Wanna
hit me
go.
up and they want to like see me like pop up to their city and perform.
Yeah, so
I
you should definitely do it.
I definitely I want to do that. Like I'll.
So where do you think is your most popping place? Where they want you the most?
Shit. I mean, it's like 2 people per city type shit. Like about that.
I mean, that's pretty good.
but
though,
honestly,
you know what I'm saying? As long as you got people out there that listen
yeah,
to
I mean,
music,
I got
it's
like,
bro.
yeah, I got you know, some like my boy Henry, who's a big fan of mine, who
Yeah.
you know I met through my music. He's moving from Texas to Colorado, so you know he definitely wants to see me perform. So I definitely want to do that.
You trying to perform the song real quick?
Yeah, this song right here.
This
Yeah, turn
song.
up a little.
Oh.
What's the song?
This is
Say the
shutting
name of
down
the song.
on, with AKA Carbon. Turn up a little.
Turn it up below, he said.
Shelter with no use, cause it came from above and from the sides and below to ignore you. Try not to leave us so blue, at least if I can help a single thing, me having that outreach, yeah. Rolled into a floor to block the hail, said I needed fixing and she handed me a nail. I can float forever if I never try the sails. I keep a lot of space and hide it all behind the veil, yeah.
What's up?
You know it's you.
What's up?
You wanna know the bullshit.
What's up? Got that ball. Yeah. Y'all ain't know about that. That shit poppin'.
Alright, like that. Boom. No, that
I wasn't ready for that. But whatever.
Bro, so 3, 2, 1.
Everyone else
back.
ready?
Shut it down, don't slip away. Still around in a different place. Don't let me down, it'll be okay. Promise me forever you'll stay with me. Of a happy cage, dream out loud, still awake. No one's fault, broken in our face. Waiting out, weather the passing rain.
clap for that. You gotta clap for that.
I feel like I was okay.
Thank you for that.
I wasn't prepared for that.
And we out. Thank you for being a part of the Diablo Club.
Yo, thank you so much, man. I really appreciate
Shout out
it.
MaxxGawd,
That
yo.
was fun. That was fun.
Follow him on Instagram.
Yeah, MaxxGawd, MaxxGawd, all the social platforms.
Ooh, that's not spelling it out for us. We Gucci on the edits.
Got that? You got that?
Deuces.
Yeah.
All right.
Make it true. Say what you want about that.